Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, Paris Hilton is here, setting the record straight on her love life. And we've got your exclusive look at this Sunday's Soul Train Awards. Wendy's taking you backstage before the big event. Plus, all of today's juiciest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
I'm doing okay. Hey, lot to talk about. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topic. Well, I hope everyone had a delicious Thanksgiving. We had a nice time in Jersey. It's Black Friday, and there's no place I'd rather be than here with you. Yes, yes. As we know, traditionally in this country, it's the biggest shopping day of the year. My whole family goes out and shops. I like to stay in and do something that we always did growing up in Jersey as a little girl. Even before we go out for Black Friday, we would set up the Christmas tree. So I can only do one thing at a time. So I choose the Christmas tree, and that's what I do. And I like doing it by myself because Kevin and Kevin mess over the stuff. They're not helpful. And my mother and father earned the right just to sit down and criticize. So they all went shopping, and after this, I'll go home and I'll set up the fake. The 3 parts, A, B, and C. You know what I'm talking about? I like gold tinsel because it matches the fixtures in the particular room that I like to set up the Christmas tree. You know, we have some gold embellishments, so gold tinsel around the tree. A few of those gold balls, not the breakable ones that you step on and you have splinters in your feet. The plastic ones that you can bounce like that, you know what I mean? I put the balls on and call it, and the tree already comes pre-lit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Then you are my people. Back when Kevin was younger, we did have, you know, like the tree would come in and we had like a 15-foot tree and, you know, the Christmas elves I'd sit back and criticize and they would make everything happen. You know what I'm saying? You get all enthused when your kids are younger about Christmas. But after, he's 14. You know, what does he know? So, you know, I just like the Christmas glow and then I like to plug one of those things in the wall to make it smell like pine. So, you know, a real authentic Christmas. And so, and then this is a big weekend. I finally remembered for the first time in many years, and I just recalled this, we're celebrating our 17th wedding anniversary on Sunday. And no, we don't give gifts. No, we don't go for dinner. I mean, maybe we'll go for dinner. It's just not a big, I'm not like wham. Like in that way, I think I'm an ideal wife because I'm not like, so what are we doing for our anniversary, honey? I don't do all that. So 17 years, I'm very, very happy. And it just so happens that Sunday, I would imagine we'd be celebrating with leftover Thanksgiving dinner while watching the Soul Train Awards on Centric and BET. So, Jennifer Aniston has got to get used to spending a lot of time with Angelina Jolie. It's not because somebody's pregnant or anything like that. It's because they're both nominated for a lot of awards. A lot. And I'm talking, okay, hold on. That means a lot of red carpet run-ins with people staring and scrutinizing their behavior towards one another. So here's what I say they should do. Now, first of all, Angelina's up for a lot of awards, and Aniston is pegged to win an Oscar in some movie, I forget the name of it, but she uglies down the way Charlize Theron did for the monster. See, that's Aniston, you know, uglying down for a role. Here's what I think that the girls should do. First of all, you don't miss one award show. And I mean, my Hot Topic staff was running down how many award shows they're both invited to because they're both up for awards. It's like 12 award shows. But I would go to every last one, because the second one of them misses an award show, it's gonna look like they're scared to be confronted by the other. You see what I'm saying? Second of all, I wouldn't eat any of the Thanksgiving leftovers. You know, and I double up on Pilates. And stuff to make your hair shiny. And stuff, you know. And then I get on the red carpet and I kill her with kindness. Because, I mean, you know, we do Hot Topics here, and I know that you all love Hot Topics, but in reality, the worst thing that you can do is let somebody see you shade another person directly. So if Angelina, if you see Jennifer, you walk right up to her and you say, Jen, you play ugly so well. I enjoyed your movie. I think you should win over me. See, there's shade, but it's not shade that we would know about. That's shade that, you know, when they hug, that phony Hollywood hug, with a triple pat on the back and the rubbing up and down, right? You play ugly so well, see? The E! News cameras would never hear that happened, and we would never know on Hot Topics. But the thing about being shady is that you have to learn how to do it well. And the best way to do it is when nobody else detects it except for the person that you are shading. And Angelina, you might want to say something, or Aniston, because Justin will be right there with you. He's handsome. No, he hasn't married you yet, but according to what they say, you all will be getting married. You're just waiting for the right time when both of you aren't busy. But what you say, Jen, you hug Angelina and you say, I hit it first. Okay? So, good luck to both women for the entire award season. And remember, shade, but shade on the down low. Yeah, so. Lindsay Lohan is planning her big Hollywood comeback. Well, I vote for this comeback. Because first of all, even she's, what, 30 years old?
28.
28. The new 58. That's okay, you can get that all reversed. We've seen people do it. You get bad plastic surgery and then you reverse it, or whatever is going on, the injectables. Everything's gonna settle. Look, first, she's moving back to New York. I told you this last week. She's moving back to New York. Her run in London, in that place, Speed the Plow, ends tomorrow. And she's flying from New York then to LA to shoot 3 movies. Well, don't be so impressed. I didn't say they were directed by Martin Scorsese. I just said 3 movies. Now, as movies go, movies have several different important levels. Some not so important, and some really Oscar-worthy. I suspect that these aren't really important movies. I suspect that these are directors that probably have a very small budget, and they also realize that Lindsay Lohan does still have a little bit of value. I mean, there are still people who would go just to either praise or heckle or watch the train wreck or something. I mean, would you turn on a Lindsay Lohan movie? Clap if you would. Me too. There are a few of us, because it's the excitement of the unknown, like what's going to happen, how's she going to be? So she's doing 3 movies. I suspect that she is, first of all, still very young. She can make a comeback, you all. I mean, 28 years old, give me a break. There are people who've made comebacks at 40 years old and 42 years old, and for goodness sakes, if she was a man, we'd be calling her Robert Downey Jr., okay? So I still root for Lindsay, and I've been pretty consistent with that, even through her spiral. I mean, it's my duty when I sit in the purple chair to report everything, but my heart is still in the Lindsay business, in a weird way. I don't suspect that she will make the kind of comeback that Robert Downey Jr. did, because he went on and played Chaplin and got an Oscar, or Chaplin, and got an Oscar, and he's married, and he's a well-respected actor. I don't see Lindsay going that route. I honestly think that her biggest earning years are behind her. You know, like she's not gonna be in those $1 million box office movies anymore, and whatever money she earned, I hope she enjoyed spending it, because she'll never get that kind of money back. But she can still be a working, viable actor, you know, living in a small walk-up in Brentwood, driving an Audi or something, and having a decent life. She can still go along and get sober and meet, you know, a cardiologist who wants to give her a second chance, And she's still, her baby maker is still egging. Like, so she does have a chance. It's just not the chance on the grand scale that maybe she did before. You know what I mean? On a side note, Lindsay's dad, Michael, just married his girlfriend, Kate Major. Well, now Kate is 32, and she's pregnant with their second child. Once she delivers, this will be Michael Owen's 7th child. Now, Kate, you might remember that name. If you didn't, that's what I'm here for. Kate used to be involved in a torrid affair with John Gosling. Sometime between John Gosling and Michael Lohan, Kate's done some hard living because she looks like she's aged double. Look, put up the recent picture of her. Can you put them up both together? Oh, we can't do that? Oh, we can't put them together? Why? Anyway, there's some hard living going on. Kate, by the way, also used to be a writer for the Star magazine, if that puts everything into perspective. Okay? Need I say more? Then let's move on. By the way, Lindsay was not at the wedding. She wants to, she's Beyonce-ing her father. You know how Beyonce wants nothing to do with the dad or her step siblings? Well, neither does Lindsay. Lindsay's trying to be sober to be, Robert Downey Jr. She doesn't have time for Michael and his down here. Anyway, so Demi Lovato revealed that she's no longer friends with Miley Cyrus. Well, she didn't just volunteer this information. She was apparently on a radio show, and I guess the radio person asked her, so how's Miley, or are you guys cool? Well, after years of being best friends, remember, they were both Disney kids together. 2 cute girls, right? That's a good girls' night out. When they walk in the room, the men all pause. Or boys, whatever. But they're both very cute. Well, Demi said in this radio interview she has nothing in common with Miley anymore. She says that they're now just acquaintances. Wait, you had something for me to read, but there's no cards here. Oh, okay. Anyway, they're no longer friends, or no, they're acquaintances. My thought is, Demi, what took you so long to make this assessment? I mean, Demi had issues with food. I don't know whether it was anorexia, but she had issues with food. She's had issues with substance abuse. She's gone on to rehab. She's only 22 years old, and she's sober and very much a mouthpiece of her generation. People who speak out against these kids popping these pills and sniffing that blow and doing all that stuff they do. And I admire her for that. But I would think like one of the first tenets of getting sober, I know firsthand, is you cut off all your friends who are getting high. Whether they only get high on a Saturday night after midnight or whether they get high every day. Just the idea of being around people who use substance abuse in the name of my own sobriety, this has got to go. So, Demi, it's about time you did this. But obviously you didn't read RadarOnline.com. Well, Radar Online is reporting that Maria Shriver, the mother of Miley's new boyfriend, Patrick, remember I've been telling you that Maria does not approve of her son being involved with seemingly hard partying Miley. But Radar Online is reporting that Maria has changed her mind and she actually approves of the relationship. So, I know that Miley, has experimented with salvia before, whatever that is. And I know she's twerked on Robin Thicke. And I know that she does things that are not necessarily popular in the court of public opinion. But again, and I must always remind you when I talk about Miley, I've never heard about Miley being uncivilized, mean, nasty, bad, stealing, lying, cheating. I think that she's just a girl like a lot of us were at 22. You know what I mean? Coming from a place of good, but being young, wild, and free. Wasn't that you? Hello, exactly. Jennifer Lopez's mom, Guadalupe, who watches the Wendy show every day. Hi, Guadalupe. There they are. Don't you like Jen's outfit? Just so easy breezy and glamorous, even though it's baggy and boyish, right? Not a lot of people could pull that look off. She's doing it. And there's Guadalupe, happy. You know where they are? They're over in Paris. And do you know what they're doing? They're trying to enjoy a day at the park. This story that I'm telling you. They're trying to enjoy a day at the park with Jennifer's twins, and the twins are all playing on the stuff and everything. And in Jennifer's new book, it's called True Love, she revealed that on this particular day, the paparazzi were getting too close. And so Guadalupe jumped up off the bench and chased them off with a water gun. There she is with a water gun. Apparently, the twins were playing with a water gun in the park, and I love that she is so defensive, but like in a mom type way. You know, she's wearing a mom outfit, she's holding the gun the wrong way in a mom way, and she chased them off. Good for you, Jennifer. My mother, I make it no secret that my mother loves being the mother, both my parents, they love being the parents of the talk show host. They pride themselves in leaving their house, always looking their best. They pride themselves, I told you, when they get on the airplane, they pay on the, well, they pace up and down the aisles when 10 a.m. Eastern time hits to see, to see whose TV is on the Wendy show. When they get the extra blue chips, people will be like, Mr. and Mrs. Williams, oh, well, here's some extra blue chips for you. Anyway, so they suck it up, and it's kind of cute, you know, because my parents are like older, and they don't mean to hurt anybody. So, you know, but when my mother and father, particularly that mother of mine, if they're ever papped, she drinks it in. I have an example. Here it is. Here we are, right? We had gone to Fred's, see, we had leftovers. We had gone to Fred's at Barney's because they make delicious chicken livers. And, you know, so we went in there. We didn't shop in the store. We just went to the restaurant, you know? And as soon as we came out, you know, I heard people calling name. And I'm laughing because I just delight in my parents' ridiculousness, I guess. Like, you know, I'm still just, I delight in having them around most of the time. And so my father, I guess he's looking out for the car and trying to play cool. But look at my mother. She's posing and lifting a leg. She's ready to go. Three weeks ago, I hopped on a plane and headed to Vegas to host, we recorded it, my very first award show, the Soul Train Awards. And today, I brought for you a behind-the-scenes look at everything that went down before I hit the stage. So take a look. I'm on my way to the Orleans Theater to rehearse for Soul Train. So here we are. You wanna see? I've been informed that this is a sold-out show, which means 10,000 people are going to be in here. Ooh. And millions more watching. No pressure. Ooh.
And everybody, here we go.
Give it up for the reunion of Toadie. All right, let's keep this train moving, everybody. Rehearsing to host an award show can be really fun, but any good award show needs a great opening. Okay, so, you know, we cut the opening last week, driving around Vegas in the convertible, you know, in the hauntedness of the theater backstage, and we cut everything right to the point where I opened the stage. And then it's all about the live performances, including mine. Hi. Boris, we're gonna dance together. We're gonna do a waltz. The problem is that, you know, I can't dance. Now see, yeah, you're gonna spin me slow, Boris, because I have the vertigo and I will fall. The thing I love about Boris is that it's not like dancing with a stranger, and also it's not like I'm dancing with a little man. And you know, just because you're tall doesn't mean you can handle a big woman like me. I need a man who's filled out, and Boris, as you know, is filled out. Now I have to finalize my costume changes with my stylist, Memsor.
For the intro.
We already have that. It's a silver outfit.
Yeah, so that's the outfit that we had done for the promo.
Right, for me driving around.
And then just accessorized with a few diamonds here and there. You brought your necklace, didn't you?
I bought my necklace. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So that's sorted out.
Okay.
We now have Wendy interrupted by the show audience.
Maybe that's Bill Kwan.
It's basically a black sheath dress, but it's a tank and it has basically fringe all over it. What he did, he made it long enough that once we get it here, we can slice it.
Now, when you cut beads, are there going to be beads all over the floor?
I mean, my bedroom looks like I strangled Liberace. There's beads and bugles and sequins everywhere.
I'm not the only one working hard here. It takes a village to put together a show like this.
Wendy's gonna do great.
She's gonna kill it.
I think she's the right person to host a show like this.
Let's not forget the Glam Squad. Who always keep me laughing at the right moments.
Buffing you to a shot. It's like polishing a car.
With huge headlights.
More curves to the Ferrari.
What? while I'm getting all glamorous, the action is starting on the red carpet.
Mostly I'll be here cheering my homegirl Wendy along.
How you doing? I love Wendy Williams. I want to see her host. How you doing?
She's larger than life.
I love Wendy. I am a Wendy Williams fan. How you doing?
All right, I have an announcement to make to the wardrobe department. I left my bag of clear stuff at the hotel, and that would include my diamond necklace. I apologize. I really don't have it.
How you doing?
Here it is. I
Found.
normally
Yes,
have
for
a
dramatic
jewelry
effect.
bundle.
I mean,
And-
Keith deserves an Oscar.
Pressure's on. So many talented artists getting ready to perform. It's time for me to hit the stage. It's now or never.
Everybody, here we go. 4, 3, 2.
Well, you have to stay tuned to see what happens next. The Soul Train Awards airs this Sunday night at 8 o'clock on Centric and BET.